Before you walk into your whiteboard challenge, it's important to remember you're not being tested on how beautifully you draw. You're being tested on how well you think across disciplines. That's why the strongest candidates aren't the ones who know every design principle by heart. They're the ones who understand the full picture, how users behave, how businesses operate, and how teams build. So here are 4 technical foundations you should brush up on before your next challenge. Start with the building blocks of UX. Refresh your understanding of Nielsen's usability heuristics because interviewers often weave them subtly into prompts. Know your information architecture principles, how to structure content logically. Revisit Gestalt principles, the way users perceive proximity, contrast, and hierarchy. Brush up on WCAG accessibility basics and understand how mobile versus desktop interaction patterns differ in intent and usability. These fundamentals help you speak in the right language, the language of design reasoning, not just visuals. Now let's move beyond design. Every hiring manager loves a designer who can think like a product owner. Familiarize yourself with common business models like subscription, marketplace, and SaaS, and know key metrics for each. For instance, a subscription product might care more about retention than acquisition. Understand how design decisions impact revenue, things like conversion rates, churn, and engagement. And finally, always be aware of technical constraints, because a brilliant idea that can't be built isn't valuable. That balance between user value and business feasibility is what makes you stand out. Strong designers ask strong questions, and that starts with understanding research. Know when to use different research methods like interviews, surveys, or usability testing. Be comfortable explaining how you'd structure a user interview or synthesize findings. Even if you're not a researcher, knowing how to validate assumptions shows maturity. You're not just sketching, you're thinking like someone who can connect insight to execution. Lastly, understand how design fits into the broader ecosystem. You don't have to memorize every framework, but you should understand design thinking and your UX methodology inside out. Know where design fits within agile development, how to collaborate with engineers, product managers, and stakeholders, and understand cross-functional collaboration dynamics, because communication is half the challenge in any design process. When you can show that you know how to work with people, not just tools, you instantly gain trust. And remember, you don't need to be an expert in all these areas, but familiarity helps you ask smarter questions, make sharper trade-offs, and speak the language of product development. That's what interviewers are truly listening for. Not perfect designs, but a designer who understands the entire system of how great products are made. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.